Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Almost Spicy Podcast. My name is Francisco, here with...
DJ back in my bullshit.
We're going to have to censor that. And we had a great guest, man. I don't know, it's only once in a while you get a chance to have a podcast as epic as the one that this is going to be, conversation-wise, frequency-wise. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by our friend Yeet, a.k.a. Yeet, a.k.a. Stilllcrusadedotcom.
Hey.
Bravo. Welcome, brother.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm actually really hyped to be here.
Fuck yeah.
We're excited to have you.
Thank you. I'm actually a fanatic of Almost Spicy, and I'm such an enthusiast that I have a top 5 favorite episodes.
Oh, no way. All right. Let's hear it. I'm curious.
Thank you, brother.
Of course, you're welcome. So top 5 in no particular order, because I don't like to put anything in order. I think it's like a bull crap construct.
Yeah.
Can I swear in this?
You can.
You're fine.
All right.
Yeah.
So, right off the bat, I'm gonna go with Haroon. That was a good interview.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a fun
so
one.
shout out to Haroon, and then Hard R.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is like a very sick rap name. You know?
Isn't that name crazy?
It's
wild.
insane.
Yeah.
Hard R. Like I saw it and I was like, oh, this is getting crazy.
There's only so many things that are that edgy. Is what
Yeah,
I think.
man. It takes me back to Call of Duty Black Ops fucking chat rooms, man. You know.
The
So
backrooms, yeah.
and then
That's good.
Sir Lucius was a good episode.
Oh yeah. We've had him on a couple.
Yeah.
times. We gotta get him on again, but yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great. I like to do one with him. I'm actually a fan of his music.
Oh, that'd be sick to run him. And of course, we are not yet sponsored.
God,
but
you can smell that from here.
soon we will be sponsored.
Yo, you gotta get the sponsor for Ghost, man.
We have to. Thank you.
No.
Oh,
shit,
no, that's
kinda
fine.
spilled.
That's fine. It's energizing
Cheers,
the
boy.
flow.
Cheers, lads.
You know, it's gonna be a good one when you got the everything. I don't know if
Absolutely.
we clink.
I know. Oh, man, I'm gonna feel this immediately.
Dude, no, I appreciate you being a fan, man, and like, I'm a fan of you, dude. I remember when DeCarlo Jackson told me about your music, man. The 10115 Hotel. Is that the right? Did I say that right?
10, 11, 15
10,
hotel.
11, 15
yeah.
Hotel.
Yeah.
So like, DeCarlo Jackson, of course, on campus, and like,
Oh, cool.
this was like 5 years back.
Well,
And
thank you, DeCarlo.
Yeah, for real, on God, and man, yeah, I had no idea who you were at that time, but so. Just to get everybody to introduce you to the population that's watching.
I haven't really finished the top 5 list,
Oh yeah,
though.
exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Not
That I was counting all that much, but I didn't
we had
think
three.
that was
But
5.
we're gonna get to that, though.
Yeah.
And then, so, Haroon, Hard R, Sir Lucius. I said St. Lucius almost. And
It's kind of a hard name.
Yeah, and then Young Scarface and FOMO.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
and like I'm a fan of like Young Scarface, who I really appreciate like how he like puts his Mexican heritage,
Yes.
everything in his music and his overall art, you know,
Hell
and his
yeah.
work ethic.
It'd be dope for y'all to meet too. You probably vibe
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
that's fire, you know, because like I'm Turkish, so you know I'm really
nice.
tied to my Turkish heritage, and to live in America and still like be able to like not forget where you come from. That's like an important thing, and I always like appreciate that, you know. And then that was 4 off the top of my tongue. I can't even remember. Oh yeah, Emma Dollenberg, the comedian.
Oh,
yeah.
She's hilarious.
No, she's great.
Awesome. She's killing it in New York now too.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah,
for her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
she's-
were in New York.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always divide my time in New York and here
Yeah.
and stuff
So
like that.
who the heck are you? You're this mysterious cloaked,
Yeah.
freaking like, you know, some people don't know what a Turkish accent is, so they'll call it British. you
Yeah.
know, and- but you know, you told me you spent 5 years in LA working on a experimental indie rock album. You,
Damn,
You
okay.
you spend your time West Coast, you go East Coast, and then you're in Minneapolis here.
Yeah.
You just got back in town. You want to talk about mental illness, and these are
Yeah.
just from my notes because we're using my phone. These are the notes too.
I do.
Everything, man. Can you give me a time? And everything, man. So who the heck are you? Stilllcrusadedotcom. You brought us some gifts. We're gonna get to all of it, man. Should we show the gifts now, man?
Yeah, show them the gifts. Show them the
He
gifts.
brought us gifts from his latest
Yeah.
drop.
Yeah, it's
Can
go.
you say the name of the record?
10, 11, 15 Hotel. My Orchid Died in the Summertime. It's out right now.
My Orchid Died in the Summertime.
My Orchid Died in the
Look at this
Summertime.
shit.
Yeah, have a look at that.
Okay, so
As for like a single we have
And this is,
released
like,
called
heavy.
Middle Park. Yeah,
heavy cotton.
Damn.
really good quality there. I got
New age
This one's
industrial.
But look at the black
That's
one
cool.
now.
This one's really cool.
I need y'all
I'll
to
fuck with
see
this.
this.
Yeah, that's for New Death right there.
And I would say like link in bio to buy this, but nah, this is like
It's all
exclusive,
gone.
bro.
It's just all
Look
gone.
at this.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the 1999 album System of a Down, self-titled.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
I don't really like that band though.
You don't like System of a Down? Are we
Nah,
gonna
I
beef
don't.
right now on camera?
Nah, we shouldn't beef over that.
Okay, yeah, no. we shouldn't.
Okay, why do you not like System of a Down?
Please enlighten me.
Oh man, so yeah, okay, well, you know, I'm a controversial cat, man, and I have really like very opinionated things on stuff.
It's a Turkish thing.
Yeah, and I just really,
It just came to me.
yeah. I mean, I was just really raised to like think for myself.
Yeah.
You know? But nah, they like really like a lot of the lyrics are like anti like Turkish, you know, lyrics. So they kind of like, you know, expand on that and like the genocide that happened like 100 fucking years ago. So
But they got genocided too, right? The Armenians.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's like a lot of anti like Turkish like propaganda and their, like,
Because
lyrics.
do they blame Turkey for that?
They want Turkey to you know, be accountable for it, but you know, it's fucking war, man. You know?
War.
Yeah, war is war. There's not really any rules in war.
Well, a lot of people from Turkey died.
A lot of everybody died in that war. It was like the Great War, you know, World War One, which is like
World War One.
Yeah, which everybody was like dying, man, left, right, and center, you know.
You know, it's yeah. Well, thanks for you know, moving on.
yeah.
No,
What?
No, we can talk World War One all day. We actually have our World War One specialist, Mark. You know anything about World War One, pal?
We could, man.
Not particularly. Never
He
mind.
said Franz Ferdinand, and that's all he knows.
France, Ferdinand?
Yeah.
The band? Let's talk indie, man, because you're like this indie cat, like, but you're also like this old soul. So, like, what else can you tell us, man? Like, bring us up to date while I get the podcast juices
You
going.
can hit the Zen up. All right, so
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Shout out Lucius. Shout out the whole gang.
shout out to Lucius for that. So you asked me earlier who I am, and that's a big question, and it deserves a really great answer. You know,
Something profound, I
You can
hope.
break
So,
it down too.
first and foremost, I'm a man of Allah. You know, I'm very, very in tune with my faith. You know,
You are in the middle of Ramadan right now, and you
I
made
am.
an exception to come out here to the studio.
Yeah, I'm not really fasting this year though,
Okay.
just for like health reasons.
Sure.
But I'm still like not like, I'm still being like very in tune with the Most High, the Almighty. You know, so that's very important to me. Without the faith, I'm like nothing. And then up next, you know, I'm a son, I'm a brother, I'm a philosopher, an anthropologist. So that makes me, you know, a writer essentially.
Yeah.
I'm a vocalist. I'm a producer.
Ableton gang, right?
Yeah, I'm on live. Yeah.
He knows about the countdown, of course.
Yep. It's the numbers keep ticking.
So yeah, I'm on live. But yeah, I'm a writer, producer. I'm a hustler. I love to hustle. You know, I'm everything I have to be in order to like have a thriving, phenomenal human experience. You know what I'm saying?
When we spent some time together a couple days ago in
Yeah.
preparation for this, kind of, we were hanging out. But you told me that you prioritize having fun in your life.
Absolutely.
And we were smoking a dart, you know, standing out on the patio, looking up, and I said, "Where the hell are we?" And you said, "We're in space, brother."
We are.
And that really stuck with me.
We are in space, man. I mean, we could be on Earth, but it's still in space, you know?
You said, "Look up."
Just look up.
So yeah, man.
Yeah. Man, I'm all about having fun, man. You know, I don't take shit seriously. I love to play games.
Yeah.
You know,
Spend money.
Why take life too seriously?
Right.
exactly. Just just fucking like have fun
Yeah.
and don't take shit too seriously and think for yourself.
Yeah.
And it's always gonna. We're all gonna fucking die. That's like a promise, right?
So absolutely, it's our one definite.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious how your Turkish roots, like were you born in Turkey and then you like came over here? Like
Yeah, I was born in Turkey and I was like raised there, and like coming up there is basically just like any other place. It just really depends on what kind of person you are.
Absolutely.
But for me, you know, my experience growing up was I was like very spoiled, you know, when I was young, you know, And like when I say spoiled, like I could do anything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I go out to the shopping, you know, my mother or my grand's like, yo, I want these trainers, I want that fucking shirt, I want an ice cream, I want this, I want that, and it'll happen to me. I'll get it. And then also, you know, I could watch anything I want to on the TV. So I was like really hip to, you know, violence on TV, crime films, sex films, like not porns, but like sex and films. And like martial arts. I was like, really, so I could watch anything I want. Didn't have a bedtime at all, you know. So, but there was one rule: I couldn't be in like the living room at all. I had to be in my room at a certain time, but I could keep the TV on, I could keep the PlayStation on, I could keep the computer game on, I could do whatever I wanted to. And then also, I could use like profanity too, but not like aim towards anyone. So if I'm running in the yard, man, and I like stop my toe, I could say like, siktir, you know, which is like fuck off in Turkish, right? And I wouldn't get like slapped for it, but like sometimes, you know, a person with like a lot of impulses and just does things without thinking, I would just swear at someone. Of course, I would be met with like disciplinary action, you know what I mean? And a person like me is always gonna like break the rules, man, you know? But like, what's life if you're not dancing with danger though?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
So something that immediately arises from you saying all that is kind of what has given you your discipline then to be such like into all these different arts and everything else, if like that was kind of like your childhood growing up where you kind of got everything that you had, but you know, you call yourself a hustler. So like, how do you transition into that with that kind of background growing up?
Yeah, with me, like I always had to entertain myself. You know what I mean? Otherwise, when I get too bored too quickly, then that's like a bad day for me.
Yeah.
So for me, entertaining myself was the most important thing. So I guess all my discipline comes from like writing for me is entertaining for me. Making music is entertaining for me. Taking a photograph is entertaining for me. Anything just to have fun in the day. Like I just make sure I have fun in the day. That's the discipline right there, you know.
And day by day kind of thing too.
We just do it day by day, man. I'm like really out here freestyling life, man. You know?
It's good, man.
Bar for bar. You know?
Bar for bar.
Yeah, we just freestyle life, man. And I think the discipline too is also like what discipline is like people kind of fail to forget, like you really have to have a clear mind, you know? And I guess entertaining myself clears, you know, the noise in there, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've heard that. I mean, you got to stay busy, they've said, you know, in order to not fall into... Well, the devil can't catch you if you keep moving.
Yeah,
is that what you told me?
Yeah, the devil loves idle hands, man. You have to keep moving, you
told
know?
me that.
And like when you like operate in their authentic self, and when you like are smart enough to know what your gifts are, and you kind of like in that alignment, there's like a purity there's like that childhood purity that you have, you know. I'm a fucking dayı, man. I'm an amca. That's like uncle in Turkish, right? You know, I'm in my 30s, but I'm a grown-ass kid, you know? So, and there's a purity in that. And I think like the more pure you are, the more clear-minded you get. And I think the more disciplined you are, because you can't have discipline with, a junk mind, you know what I mean? Because it's easy. Yeah, because it's easy for you to really, all right, let's say I have to go to a studio one day. I have to make sure that nothing is bothering me up here, or I have to sort it out somehow. Then I could go to the studio and just like really create, because I'm generally going to make my music or whatever the hell whatsoever through natural instincts anyway, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you want that to be as pure as possible when you're downloading that frequency.
Absolutely. You don't get downloads, you know, from the Almighty when you're not cleansed enough.
Or if you do, and your filter is too thick, maybe you get a tiny little fraction of what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, you'll get a tiny bit, or you know,
nothing,
you'll end up copying someone.
Filling the gaps of the tiny bit, and then with
because
other junk, if you're only consuming junk.
Absolutely, because you're so desperate to make something, and then you're kind of running towards like inspiration through like external sources, and then you just really you're making something that's not really from you at that point. Sure. So you just really, I think having a clear mind and not taking life too seriously, having fun, entertaining yourself.
Yes.
Creates purity, you know.
You do a lot of singing on some of these records?
I do a lot of singing. Yeah,
You like singing?
I love singing. I was singing since a baby,
You
man.
like karaoke?
I mean, I sing professionally, man. I don't.
Right. You
But
don't
like
sing for free.
karaoke is fun though. I went to karaoke one time with Jake, and we were singing "Party in the USA" from Miley Cyrus. Was
Okay.
it? And I was like really hyped. I had like the fucking like microphone stand. I'm like
the Travis
with it.
Scott.
Yeah. I was doing all that
The
shit.
Travis Scott.
Moshing and shit.
Freak Bob.
Karaoke is fun.
Yeah.
Freak pop, yeah.
Man, and thank you for all that. Your
course.
introduction, of course. Can you tell us the story you told me about you were in New York and you got there and you got to a Italian spot, was it in Manhattan?
Oh yeah.
You were the only person in the bar other than one other person. Can you tell us that story?
Oh sure, that story.
sounds
yeah,
interesting.
That's a crazy story.
So this had to been in 2022. It was like a few days before my birthday actually, and it was like during Ramadan. So it was time for me to break my fast, right? And I was fucking hungry, and I leave my spot in Harlem and I go downtown and I ended up in Soho, and there's this restaurant there called Finale's. It's actually really like famous, and I walk in there, like off rip, I need like an espresso, because I'm like super tired, and then I don't know, it's weird to have an espresso before a meal, I know.
Yeah.
Which is what I do though,
Right. At
So
all
I
times,
walk in, the host puts me in the seat in the corner, really dark, just how I like it,
Yeah.
I gotta be in the cut somewhere,
Yeah. Bro, when we got here, he was just sitting on the bench, over there, like perched up. Like, oh, there he is.
That's just what I do, man.
You were at the
yeah.
bus stop, but you were at the location.
I was at
You
the
were here.
location. I was at the low,
Yes.
but yeah, so
Dark.
I walk in and there's this gentleman, hat hanging low, nods at me. I nod back at him because like when you come across like another brother, man, it's like the hey, what's up, like
course.
automatic,
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hey, what's going on? And then he's like, hi man, how you doing today? I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm gonna break my fast. He's like, oh shit. He says, are you practicing Ramadan? I'm like, yeah. And we're just talking. He's like, where are you from? I was like, I'm living in Harlem, but I'm originally from Turkey. So, oh, of course. Like, what about you? He's like, I'm from London, but like you, I'm from London, but living here in New York. I'm like, oh, sick, man. Right on. We're just talking and stuff like that. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to Paris tomorrow. I'm like, cool, man. Paris is a cool city. What are you gonna do over there? He's like, yeah, I got something arranged. I'm going to do. Gotta have a little show there.
Little concert.
Yeah, a concert. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, that's pretty cool, man. I'm like, what kind of music do you make? And he's like, so you have to listen to it. I'm like, cool. What's your name? He's like, I'm Blood Orange. I'm like, oh damn. What's going on?
No
hey,
way,
yeah.
bro.
And I was like, man, you're not gonna believe this, but I was actually I was like walking here. I was like actually listening to Hands Up.
By Blood Orange.
Yeah, from Blood Orange. And I was like, this is insane, like how this just happened.
And
Like,
you
Yeah.
met Dev Blood
Dude,
Orange.
that's crazy,
Isn't that
man.
crazy?
Dev Hines.
yeah, Dev
But
Hines in the
he's
building.
like a super New Yorker though.
He
no?
is, yeah.
So it wasn't
like,
that crazy.
Yeah.
But the fact that you were listening to him, and you told me you met ASAP Rocky in the street and everything.
Yeah,
Just
I met Rocky this summer, and like, well, I just said what's up to Rocky, and he
Just,
said what's up
everybody's
back.
mobbing around in New York.
But like,
that vibe.
I met his cousin Nas though outside of Prada though, and he was like sick.
I feel like he's all around.
Yeah, those guys they mob everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
But
no
that's
pun
the New York
intended.
style too. It's just the stoop.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Yo, and also I want to say this, man.
Please.
I want to congratulate ASAP Rocky for beating the case.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
beat that case.
ASAP Rocky abicim geçmiş. That means, get well in Turkey because that was a rough time for him. He can move on with his life, but like
Rough
shout out to
time.
him for that, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like the mob is like really. I want to say like I don't really get inspired by artists, but they were like really big into like my music playlists and my music
yeah.
listening and like
For those years too. I mean,
2010s, yeah.
2010.
Oh my god, that was
Michelle.
that was a big part of my like musical journey.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of just like that early Tumblr era of like finding all this music on Tumblr and finding like all like
Absolutely.
ASAP Mob and like Corbin and like all these other like people
Yeah.
that were just like so internet that suddenly became like this
Main.
really big
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Absolutely, I was like a Tumblr warlord, man.
Yeah.
I just used to lurk on Tumblr so much, finding like so many cool things like the mob and like
Yeah.
Art Future.
And you were a little older than us at that time, so it was like
Yeah,
more
it was-
like impactful to an extent, perhaps.
Absolutely, it was like so much more. I can't even remember the names of them all. My brain is fried, man.
Yeah.
No, definitely, yeah. We don't have to open up about that yet.
No, we don't.
We can.
Not yet.
Are you fried? No, I'm just kidding.
No, not right now.
That's man. You have that list of stuff. You have
Yeah.
a lot of stuff. I want to touch on this early in the
What's
show.
this down?
Please.
Get some water.
Yeah, get it.
Yo,
I want to touch on the arrest of what's this gent's name? The protester. on the green-
Yeah. You're
on
talking
the-
about
with the green card, Mohammed
Yeah.
Khalil. Or I'm probably butchering the name, but
who's that?
and you've been off the gram for a little bit,
Yeah.
but basically it's this student that has a green card here at Columbia University, and they're doing all the protests against Israel, and basically ICE just pulled up in plain clothes, no uniform, no announcement, just like arrested him in school. They're like, what agency are you even from? They're like, we can't even say. And
That's
they just,
terrible,
like,
man.
Kidnapped him, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
They're trying to deport him for speech. And they're like, there's no crime or anything. They're just saying that he aligns with Hamas and it's like terroristic. So anybody who, that's just putting everybody on that field.
Yeah.
So it's like fascism is here, basically.
But yeah,
is what it feels
it's
like.
opening the doors because I think there was other cases too.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get everybody.
Yeah, basically if you've had any type of offense,
Yeah.
like even if it dates back to like a decade ago or something.
Not even an
shit.
offense though, you participate. Well, yeah, because those protests, like they did sit-ins, technically maybe trespassing, but they're not
Yeah.
charging him with any crime or anything. It's just the fact that his ideology
Goes against.
is anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
And so like, what's the line there even? And then so it's like the president's like just signing shit and just making it, saying this is the law because I say so. When it's not how it works here. So
Yeah.
I mean, I want to talk about Elon Musk. I want to talk about these Teslas, man. I want to talk about all these cats putting the little symbol.
Dude,
Not the little symbol. But
I actually got a crazy thing
Yeah,
about
please.
the whole Tesla situation. I watched this fascinating video today talking about how Elon Musk,
Yeah.
like, basically the entire valuation of like Tesla is because of Elon Musk.
And they're
like
about to wipe $1 trillion off of that.
his like brand and image is Tesla, right?
Yeah.
But like majority of his wealth does not entirely come from Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of it comes from like SpaceX and some of the other.
Which is all government contracts. He gets $8 million a day
Yeah,
from government
it's
contracts.
fucking crazy.
And
But
he's coming for years.
But it's so interesting because now that he's like in charge of like Doge and all this other stuff, and he's like getting rid of all these agencies that had lawsuits against Tesla.
Exactly.
It's like opening up this like weird door of like, okay, he's taking out all this, he's doing all this, but he's also entirely wiping out all of like basically the value of Tesla while doing this.
I'm glad I sold. But I
And-
sold at 270. And it's down to
Exactly.
230 today.
And like
Yeah.
all
good.
of the insider like shareholders are selling their stock like crazy
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're just
yeah.
like they're not
Dumping
buying
it.
anything.
They
like
know
they
that
don't
it's gonna be-
exactly like
yeah.
and it's interesting, and this is kind of an interesting question to propose, but like do you think, because this is very similar to like a lot of other instances and cases, like a Kanye, for example, right? Like somebody that had brought value into the world. They brought this like entirely new idea, new position of whatever it is, and they revolutionized blank, right?
And they're great at communicating it to
they're,
people.
Exactly. They're great at it. And suddenly there's this shift where now they're suddenly this person that everybody's like, holy shit, this guy's a Nazi.
Right.
You know, like, which is strangely also applicable to Kanye. But,
And there's something big there.
but it is interesting that, when you're tying your entire brand to this one person, and you just like deplete all of this
yeah.
based on one action, one tweet, whatever, what have you.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's a lot of action in the Elon case, of course, putting $200 million into the Trump presidency and campaign,
Yeah.
guaranteeing his win, giving out money for people to vote for him, bribery. Basically, like, JP Morgan just put the Tesla stock price at $120. It was
Yeah.
$300 2 months ago. So
Yeah,
it's like it's
it's-
going to erase $1 trillion of value. When people call Elon Musk a Nazi, he's like, oh, so I don't hate Jews. I'm not marching into Poland. It's not about that. It's about the fascism. It's about how did Hitler actually rise to power.
well, and
Because-
also being influencing German politics too, specifically on the far right agenda there. That's like,
and it's white supremacy at the end of the day, bro. And I do like to talk about this on here because it's like one of the few things where I feel like we can actually spread some of this other places. But yeah, like you said, influencing the German politics to an extent, and like just the control. But I forgot exactly the point I was going to say. It'll come back to me. Pick up on that.
I guess a bigger question, just to kind of like get everybody in on this. Like, I think overall, like, how do we feel about not just like Elon being this like figurehead and like into this like new age of, we don't know what is going to happen.
We don't.
But like, how do we feel like this is going to impact all of us in the next 4 years?
Because this is the guy that wants to put chips in the brain.
Yeah.
You know, there are people that want to live forever.
Well, and I mean, he's involved with so many other things and has put money into so many other areas, but like, he is now the wealthiest person in the history of the world. For what is it, $450 billion?
I think it was like 300, and it's been going down.
But still, the point remains.
The power. I mean,
regardless
power,
if Tesla's stock has wiped a lot of his value, he's still the wealthiest person.
Yeah.
Like, hands down.
In the presidency, or et cetera, or whatever.
Exactly. And so, like, I guess the ultimate question is, like, how do we feel about having somebody with that level of wealth and everything else in this position and of power? And how do we feel going forward? How are you feeling about this, I guess, is a good way of putting it.
Me personally, man, with like Elon, like the market's always, see, the thing about the market, man, is stocks. I read something on the Wall Street Journal today that they're expecting the stock to go to like $180 soon.
Or lower,
Or even lower, you know. But that's just the name of the game, you know. Everything, whatever goes up in the market must come down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And then has to get shot back up again, you know. A lot of the times, like all of these, you know, headlines that we see on the news and stuff like that, me generally, I just think it's all fake. I just generally think it's all fake, because what it really does is it gets, you know, people like us and like millions more to like talk about it. And, you know, the good saying goes, you know, all publicity is good publicity, even like the most horrendous, controversial one. It's probably the best one you want, actually.
I mean, that's how Trump basically has secured himself into the position he is.
Yeah, like nobody as people really want like the quiet boy or like the perfect angel girl, you know? People don't really want that. They want the fucking monster. They want the slut, you know what I'm saying? It's like the best, you know, because it's something to talk about. It's provocative. It really, it disgusts people. But a person like me will be interested in
enamored by it.
Yeah. But a person like me, or I don't know else, like, will be interested in that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But like, as far as the future and like, you know, the market and all that, and like what happens for our lives, I really don't know.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say, but I guess what you can really do is you know, keep your strength intact and, you know, keep your mind at a perfect balance. Everything is balanced, you know, keep yourself balanced and everything
is balanced.
Yeah, everything's balanced, and then, you know, you're more like inclined to how do I say this? To adapt. You know what I mean? But I have like no idea what's gonna happen. But I do know that, you know, Ye selling like, you know, swastika shirts, so like Elon Musk also, you know, getting in bed with like fascism and all this stuff. They create talking points. It's headlines, you know. And also, it's also kind of weird though, because like these guys are also like incredibly wealthy, man. They don't really care, man.
About anything.
They don't care about anything, so they're good regardless.
They're disconnected from reality.
They're disconnected, absolutely.
There's a theory that like people would be like, why would Elon Musk want any more money? Like, he has so much money. Like, saying it'd be crazy to think that he would want more money. But it's like a crack addict or something. It's like, oh, you've done hella crack. Like, you don't want any more crack. You've done so much.
I mean,
no, you still want more crack. You still want more money.
Yeah, I think like a fent addict and a billionaire are kind of the same people to me, man. You know, because essentially they just really don't care about life, man. They just take it day by day, and they're actually enjoying life. Actually, I wouldn't say they care about. They do care about life. They're literally enjoying their lives. Like, I see a billionaire. I've been around like very wealthy people, and I've also been around like fent addicts. And I've noticed one thing: they're just having fun, man. You know, they're not really thinking too much of nothing.
But they don't really care about anybody else's
yeah, they don't care about it. They're like incredibly selfish. You know?
Yeah.
Narcissistic, etc.
Very narcissistic.
Psychopathic.
Very
I
psychopathic.
mean,
yeah.
it goes to like this upside down world. I mean, sometimes it's like Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister of Israel,
Yeah.
applauded by the Congress in the United States,
Yeah.
and then that protester student arrested and facing deportation for protesting the genocide and war, for even saying anything. So it's pretty feels upside down in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
We gotta protect ourselves and protect our energy.
Absolutely.
And everything.
It's just kind of like, I mean, I don't know if it's insane or not, but I just noticed one thing though, and like I've noticed this thing my entire life. Like a lot of like current events will happen, like something, catastrophic will happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there will be a lot of talking points, like people that are for this thing or people that are against this thing.
Yep.
But it just doesn't really matter because like the higher ups, the political people, or like if you want, I'm not really a conspiracy theorist anymore because that really like zaps my brain in a rabbit hole and stuff. But like maybe the elites, BlackRock, whatever, you guys like to talk about that here a lot.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to do whatever they want anyway. They're going to sign whatever treaty they want anyway. They're going to do whatever, like push whatever propaganda they want anyway. So like, yo, everybody, seriously, have fun with your lives, man.
Thank you. I like that, and I appreciate that viewpoint, man.
I mean, it's cool, man.
Yeah.
You could try it on for size or not. I mean, it's all good.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
What about that higher arc? And let's talk ice wall, and let's talk reptiles, and let's talk amphibians.
So he just said that he's not really into conspiracy.
I know.
You're asking all these conspiracies.
Because I know it's happening.
I mean,
which is also funny because he's wearing that shirt too. Like,
and I think I wore this on a previous episode.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know which one though.
You wore that on the alien one, I'm pretty sure. Which that's a dumb thing to say because all of our ones have been alien ones.
You guys want to hear my conspiracy theory?
Aliens, yes or no, and yes, please.
Right now?
Aliens, yes or no, and then your theory.
Absolutely, yes, aliens.
Okay,
yeah.
of course.
We could get to that, but like my conspiracy is this: I think that the CIA, MI6, all these like secret
Mossad.
agencies, right? They make up conspiracies, right? Because they know people will talk about them. And it creates even more conspiracies. But there's also like a conspiracy that we really don't know, So it's just the government creates conspiracies
to throw them off the scent.
Absolutely, throw them off the scent. Absolutely.
Throw them off the scent.
So I'm in this place in my life, so like I really dived into loads of conspiracies, man. I came up in the Live Leak era, man.
Oh yeah.
I was on Live Leak, Tumblr. I watched all the weird shit, man. I've been hip to this shit when I was young. I've been watching like fucking Matrix when I was like 8, and I understood
the internet too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So my thing is this: like I've seen it all, and where the universe is big, I just don't rule anything out,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then to me, it was like those politicians, like, do they report to an alien?
Somebody reports to someone.
Yeah. They're saying there's 69 species of alien. This is what Dr. Stephen Greer says. Confirmed.
I would say Stephen Greer is mistaken. There's far more than that.
Like, can I pour up some more ghost, guys? This is getting a little too serious.
Yeah, man. Yo, I'm getting a tingle off of that. It feels good, man.
Yeah.
I love that feeling, bro. Yeah. Pour me up, man.
This is amazing, Yeji. I already forgot where we are. Oh, you already have some.
Yeah, some more.
We're doing the mix.
Okay.
Please get sponsored by Ghost, please.
This is costing me $4.99.
If I was still drinking lean, I would like drop a 2 in there.
2 in the fucking thing.
2 in the Ghost, man.
Dude,
that's crazy,
dude. Do you think
dude.
we're in the age of truth? Do you think the internet has revealed and given us all access to the truth more than ever before? But like you said, also the lies. There's more lies than ever.
I think people want the truth, man, but they can't handle it. My philosophy in life is this, fuck the truth, man. Go with the legend. It's funner. It's more fun.
I love that. Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think people want the truth nowadays more than ever. I think the COVID thing was interesting, and people want the truth.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like at this point, I think people don't really know what truth is.
Which is fried.
Because it's like
legend, like you said.
we've pointed fingers both sides and been like, this is what's right. No, this is what's right. And there's like that underlining like socially what seems to be right.
Yeah.
But I mean, the reality is like our media, our world is controlled by, these basically fear-mongering ad sellers, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a lot of ads
so
being
it's
sold.
like,
Exactly.
it's fear-mongering to make money off ads, of course.
Well, I mean, it's a dirty secret of how to make money. You do it off of insecurities. You do it off of the women's looks, and you do it off of, the men not, wanting whatever men want.
Losing hair,
Yeah.
fucking whatever.
Losing
But
hair.
like,
Right.
but
Increasing testosterone.
Exactly, which is the next subject.
but yeah, I think like we don't necessarily know anymore what is true, like what actually can be considered true.
And you go back to like just your own morality and your own compass.
Yeah.
Every news program is called the Truth Hour, or in Mexico there's one that's like Hechos. Everything's like, the Truth Hour with this news anchor, etc. So it's like, manipulation's next level, psychological warfare.
Yeah, this is
Protect ourselves. Man.
Yeah, we are in like deep psychological warfare, and I think truth, man, truth or lies. I can't really differentiate the two. You know? I think for me, it's all about like phenomenons. Really, I'm more so into like the phenomenon of things. I love the phenomenon of a lie, but I also love the phenomenon of the truth.
Yeah.
I love the phenomenon of the legend, and I love the phenomenon of, I don't know, the fucking bad baby beef with Alabama. Like, it's all fun, man.
Dude, the brain rot is crazy. My buddy, Lucius, he told me he got brain rot in his dreams. I fell asleep.
He fell asleep and he was scrolling.
I fell asleep. I started having this weird nightmare. And then bro knocks on my door and he's like, "Bro, I just had a nightmare." And he's like, "LeBron James was doing the drewski on me on a slip and slide with
shit.
Diddy."
Oh shit!
I was like, "Yo, thanks for waking me up." I was having a nightmare too, bro.
Dude,
My
that's
dreams are brain rotted too.
well. What did he read the plaintiff document?
Just before he fell asleep, I think he was falling asleep.
He's like,
Yeah.
That's crazy how Diddy's like lawyer is just like completely backed out the case.
That's crazy. I mean, it's all tied. So there's something big,
Yeah, it could be something big, or it could also
It could be nothing.
It could be nothing. Like the way I see
That was
this,
a lot of oil, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of oil. It's a lot of oil, man. The way I see it for that, it's just like Puff is just really kind of like mad stressed. He's a billionaire, never fucking seen a jail cell in his life, right? And he's probably in there like just yelling at his whole fucking legal team, like, "No, you gotta fucking do it like so. I'm fucking jumping."
Right.
He's going crazy on his guys, and they're probably like, "Well, we don't want to work with this guy anymore."
But
So
I
that's
almost
what I
feel
think
like
it
there's,
is.
and maybe like conflicts of interest too, where like maybe like the lawyer, because those are high profile lawyers that represented like hella people. So it's like there's probably maybe like if he's proven right, then that proves this other case wrong that I've worked with, etc. Some shit like that.
Yeah. But I also think he's just in there bullying his legal team, man.
Well, he's in there with Sam Bankman-Fried from FTX, the crypto.
Oh shit!
They share a cell.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it actually is crazy.
Because what are they going to talk about? It's just like, oh,
Talking
like
about Bitcoin.
yeah, it's like, yeah, you frauded everybody and you fucked everybody. like
He's
all
like,
the
what
same.
you would give to take my life.
It's all the same thing, man.
I mean, shit, yeah.
well, yeah, in a strange core principle way. Yeah,
English. I mean, what do you like? We're talking about English vocabulary in this case, right? It's like spelling.
Absolutely.
How powerful words are.
They carry a lot of frequency. You have to really watch what you say.
And there's no such thing as a coincidence, is there?
No, there's not, man. Everything really happens for a reason. And me, like I told you in the start of this, like, I am a man of faith. And I guess for me, the truest thing is, the existence of God. I'm not here to push God on anyone, but it's just like my personal.
Yes.
And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
appreciate that.
For me, I think that's the truth. And apart from that, it's just, we're really all here to like be tested. You know, whether
on
you
Earth, you say.
Yeah, we're here to be tested on Earth.
Yeah.
Whether you believe it or not,
Whether you know it or
I
not.
honestly, that is something that I believe and I have a lot of respect for, because I used to be religious. I'm not so much anymore. I'm spiritual.
Sure.
And I believe in God and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I've definitely recently had a little bit more of a tithing to it, I guess, in a sense.
I'm
It
glad
shows
you
it to
did.
you.
And yeah, exactly.
I'm
And
really
I'm
glad you did.
and I've had like some instances that kind of just like opened my eyes.
You're
Where
like,
it's
there's no way that
like
this is just normal.
like this is happening because I prayed in a sense, and whether it's prayer or manifestation, whatever, what have you, thinking of it, but like, yeah,
putting energy towards
putting energy to it, but like, I don't want to push that on other people. I don't believe that that is the right way to go about it, but I'm proud that I did get to experience that, and if I can at least share with somebody who also has like a similar mindset to that, like that would be great. But
Absolutely.
Like,
yeah, it's great. Everyone has their own journey, man. But with religion and stuff, and you have to, you kind of, I think it's the best when you find it for yourself.
Yeah.
When you have
As
that
opposed to
moment,
it being pushed
as
or
it being
whatever,
pushed on
yeah.
you, because that's where it becomes really fucking pure when you find it for yourself.
Absolutely.
You believe it more.
And you believe it more. And for me, like, a lot of bad shit had to happen in my life.
Yeah.
That like physically brought me to my knees, and it completely like changed my whole life. Like I've gone through like, I want to say 53 eternal crises in my life, man.
That's a very specific number.
Yeah, I've been counting them all, man. And when you go through eternal crises, you know what they are. I don't really remember too much in my life. My brain is fried. And I think I'm actually going to get like tested for like CTE. I got some bad head injuries coming up too. So
was there like, because you say 53, but was there like a moment that was like rock bottom and you didn't think you were going to get there again, and then you got there again, and it kind of just like, or was there like a for sure definite like, this is rock bottom, this is where I'm at, and then how do I change that?
Absolutely. I've been through so many rock bottoms. I've had a rock bottom, like I want to say, in February, man. Have you guys ever been locked inside that room and you can't leave for like 3 days?
Which one?
You don't want to know. But that's a rock bottom, when you like don't have freedom anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not talking in an incarcerated sense, but like, when you become like a slave to
The brain.
to not only the brain, but also like, just exterior force. But now I had like 53 crises, and
Existential.
internal, like internal crises,
Okay.
I don't really, like existential crises and like internal crises are kind of different things for me. I know that I exist. I know that I'm here. I know I'm going to be here forever, but it's, the psyche where it just kind of gets a little bit crazy, and,
Of course.
but like I had 53 of those, and like that's like a lot of rock bottoms, man. But like I guess it's one thing that always brings me back up. It's just faith, and I also know that, I think now astaghfirullah when I say this, but I think God is like has the best sense of humor
Yeah.
ever.
You gonna sound dark when you say that?
Huh?
Would you say it's gonna sound dark?
I said astaghfirullah, like, God forgive me for saying this.
Oh, okay.
But like, God has the best sense of humor. He's like the original troll,
Gotta be, man.
Yeah, and like, when you're slipping and like when you're not in alignment with who you are as a person, and on your path, God will throw challenges in your ways,
On purpose.
on purpose.
Specific challenges.
I feel like, God like pushed me. Let's say, let me push Yates, man. Let me see what he could do as a fucking person. Pushing me. And there's a point where I like just fall to my knees. And I'm like yelling and crying, and I'm being a horrible person towards like everyone. But it's like, nah, it's like I had to push you to this point to really, figure out who you are and figure out like what you're here for, And
Wouldn't it also be pushing you to where you wanted to be though? Like to get you like you're like you want to be here, but you had no idea you had to go through all this to get there.
That's exactly absolutely that, and he will push you. God will push, and to see what who you are as a person, what you will do, And for me, it's just, I guess things kind of clear up, and then you finally get a vision of. I finally get a vision of how I want to live my life, and things things happen in divine timing. So I don't stress about like success anymore. I don't stress about failure anymore. we could talk about like
We should. The music industry
the
was
mu-
something that we
yeah,
had to
we could
touch
talk
on.
about the music industry, but those
Yeah.
two things, man, I really do not care anymore.
Success and failure.
Success and failure, they don't exist in my world. It's all about
So what are you, free? You know?
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there. So it's all about strength, right?
Yeah.
Strength and faith. And in the meantime, I'm biding in my motion. So I'm free, man. I'm 100% free, man.
Cheers for that, man.
I don't really care anymore. Being like straying away from faith made me like create weird personas and like identities and bad habits, manipulating, lying. It really turned me into a monster. I'm not a monster. I'm just a chill. I'm just a guy at the end of the day. I like to do art and stuff, but I'm just a cat at the end of the day. And if you like really like, I'm not a Christian at all, but if you really look at all the saints, like the saint, like Saint Andrews, the Saint Patricks and all these saints, right? Those guys were very deplorable men before they turned,
Into these saints.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Before, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it really boils down to. You have to, do deplorable things or have deplorable things happen to you to really see the light,
Yeah.
I think that's a really interesting point that you bring up, because I think in today's age, and we kind of touched on it with a little bit of the Elon stuff
Yeah.
and such, but obviously you have to go through something terrible and you have to experience those things and be that in order to transform into something better a lot of times.
Yeah.
And we're in a weird era too, because it's like you can do a lot of those things and then can't be separated from that.
What do you mean? Like you could do something bad in this world and be rewarded instead? Or
No. Like you can do something bad and somebody finds out, and that's forever what they attach with you.
No
Yeah.
forgiveness, no...
Correct. So I guess a question to that would be, how do we, because I think everybody should be given a chance
Right.
to redeem themselves
I believe that too.
and show that, yeah, they fucked up. That was
Ben, that's a really good, brilliant question. Great question. So I have to give you a phenomenal answer for that. So last week I've had a therapy session, right?
Shout out therapy.
Shout out therapy therapy and seeing a psychiatrist was something I used to slag off for many years,
Yeah.
right? But now I'm like, I started going several months ago, and now I'm like really doing this thing. I think to answer your question now, if you do something deplorable and that like stains your character, me personally, I do not care about public opinion. I talk to my therapist. I like to call my therapist a mentor, But I was talking to my mentor. I was like, yo, how do I forgive myself?
Is that what you told me you spent a whole hour talking about that?
I talked a whole hour about how to forgive myself. And then at the end, she said, like, what I want you to do is take out your phone, put the camera, look at yourself, apologize to yourself. And I did that. If I apologize to myself, no matter whatever I've done, whoever I screwed over, whatever, I will feel good. I mean, because that's just, people do these things, but that's not really who they are, We all really are born like pure, you know. But it's just the challenges of life will really like tarnish our spirit, tarnish our soul, and we go through these challenges and we don't really know what the fuck we're doing. We're really all freestyling life.
Yeah.
Man. I don't care if you went to Harvard. I don't care if you're a dropout. You really kind of don't. We really don't know anything. I think Bruce Lee said like the smartest man in the room is the dumbest one in the room. I could misquote that, but he said something like that.
Yeah.
And that the most average man is the one who, has experience. I think he said. But at the end of the day, when you just like, if you forgive yourself, and then you ask God or whatever you believe in or something higher than you for forgiveness, then it's cool. And then also you have to like maybe not apologize to the people you screwed over face to face, but like kind of telepathically,
Or through your actions.
or
too.
through your actions. And if you be accountable for that, then I guess it's all right. But at the end of the day, your public opinion, life still goes on no matter what.
And it's in this kind of crazy world too. One thing, are we in a godless society? Number two, can you explain small recap maybe of Islam, and kind of like the core belief, and what you get out of it.
Okay.
Islam.
Also, for me, like I'm Turkish, so Turkey is an Islamic, state, but it's very secular.
Mm-hmm.
So, you could do really kind of anything you want, drink, sex out of wedlock, all that kind of stuff, right? But are we living in a God? I mean, I think a lot of people, I wouldn't say godless, but they kind of believe in like hellish, hell bent kind of topics,
Because I've been preaching this, like the phone became the new God, because I'll tell you, I'll say it quick. I mean, people used to carry on Bibles, and now people carry on phones.
Absolutely.
And,
You can
and they have the app on the but you also have everything else.
Yeah,
Pornography.
You have everything else, exactly. So that's why you could have the Quran on on the mobile too. But me, I don't put that on. I have like an actual, Quran book. I wouldn't put that on my phone because I'm kind of I might just run into I don't search for this stuff, but I might run into just
the algorithm.
A voluptuous shorty who's wants to flash her beautiful body or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
In 4K.
In 4K.
We're in 2025.
Exactly. But man, I really don't know where we're at spiritually. I mean, a lot of people are kind of going towards astrology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
I think there's an awakening happening.
and there is a spiritual awakening, but I'm not really sure if it's coming from a genuine place with people or if it's just for how do I say this, notoriety,
Sure,
or even
or surface level explaining things, but not really spiritually grasping.
Absolutely, it's people. This is mad. I've been around mad people who just talk about spirituality, but then you go into a green room and they're all doing coke everywhere.
Right. Or it's just it's like the vegan coke addict, right?
Absolutely.
Where it's I'm not gonna eat that, or there's processed sugar in that, and then they go over the line of some mystery shit.
Yeah.
I think we're on a revolution more than anything, an awakening that's gonna lead to a revolution. They say history repeats itself a lot.
It does, yeah.
You heard about the 80-year cycles. We're at the 80-year cycle right now.
Yeah.
Ending one that started 80 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's I mean, they're trying to unalive the United States chief executive officer and I'll call him that, the CEO of the United States.
He's the CEO.
This is a corporation. This is not a
no, America's a business,
this
man.
is a business.
It is a business.
America Inc., buddy.
This shit.
Our stamp is everywhere, man.
This shit is a business. America is what I like to call. It's kind of like the British Empire. You know what I mean?
A fucking.
Well, yeah, it's the imperialism.
It's a militarized
operation. Comparatively to Britain was in control of most of the world for a long time, just like France was. And now it's America is the powerhouse. I mean, you can't not go anywhere where there's not an American embassy with military bases and
we're everywhere. I mean, look at these maps. They're pretty insane, right? Where you have the embassies everywhere.
100%. And that all happened because America was the first country to ever split the atom. Not only did they did it once, they've done it twice.
Yeah.
And then after that, they come with all these treaties yo, this shit is fucked up, and we cannot do this anywhere, at any time, and we can't do this again.
So crazy.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have all these American military bases all over the fucking globe, so this doesn't happen again.
Have you heard?
And also have them there.
Have you heard the theory that there actually are no nuclear bombs?
I don't believe that.
I think they're for sure there, man.
You think?
I don't believe that because Chernobyl, Chernobyl exists.
Yeah.
It's nuclear reactors that have literally decimated a place.
Yeah, you're right.
And now have just barely
the
half-life is just barely gone. Where it's you can go there.
Yeah. You'll always have the deniers, etc. But I don't know. I just had heard that one. There's a crazy theory I don't even want to bring up right now that you told me about the second coming of Jesus Christ. That I don't know if.
Maybe we shouldn't get down that.
Yeah, that one is a little intense.
Well, okay. Slightly different topic, but I kind of, this is a saying that my ex used to say, and I kind of love it, and it's always stuck with me. But it's children are the closest to God.
They are.
And I just want to kind of ask that question, what do you think along those lines of that? Because it is a very interesting statement to think about.
Right away there, I think about women. women being God. They say if the
I was going to
universe
say,
was a
expand on
gender-
that. like,
Anything, I'll just think about women. No, it's like if the universe was a gender, maybe it would be a female.
Yeah.
Or could you have 8 billion people on Earth?
are you
women?
talking from a creationism standpoint?
Type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you say that thing about women,
Right. This might be this is gonna be a very controversial like take on me.
Yeah.
But I might think that God's a masculine kind of energy because masculinity kind of really does like create it's like an innovating kind of energy. You know what I mean? Like Steve Jobs. Think of all like every flipping innovator, right?
Yeah.
Even a man who like invented a tampon was a man. But
that's crazy. The
It's-
man
it's-
who invented the tampon
yeah, I forget his name.
was a
but-
man.
Yeah, exactly.
The man that was a man was a man.
yeah.
Okay, the
But-
human that invented the tampon is a
But
man.
however though, like femininity is like it's very nurturing though. You know what I'm saying? So like I think, you can make something, right? And it could be pure, but then it also gets like destroyed. But I think it's more stronger. Feminine like energy is far more stronger because it nurtures it, keeps it alive, it keeps it fresh. It keeps it nourished.
Yeah.
You know what
You
I'm
need
saying?
both.
Yeah,
It's
you
the
need
yin
both. It's a
yang.
balance, man. It's a balance. Like
Everything is balanced.
we really need we do really need each other. Like at the end of the
Yeah.
day, but like it's like war of gender is kind of like crazy right now. You know what I'm saying? But
You said war on gender?
war on gender is kind of crazy right now.
You think?
I know.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like a lot of distraction where it's like, we're in a class warfare, and we get distracted with these like trans issues or other issues like cultural issues.
Yeah.
When the actual issue is the economic class warfare.
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
so many fucking wars, man. It's hard to keep up, man.
Yeah.
You said what?
We're in so many fucking wars, man. It's hard to keep up.
War.
It
Worlds
really,
or war-
wars.
Oh, wars, yeah. I was
we're
like,
in
yeah,
so many
this war,
fucking
that
wars.
war.
That war, that war. You have to keep your armor on. You have to like,
Yeah.
walk out the door with your Teflon vest on.
Even with the hat, I mean, like, I started to maybe wear a hat to like protect myself a little bit.
Bro, this is why I dress like this, man. Because I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, because nobody can like throw anything at you.
no one can throw.
Could
anything.
slay right off. Let's talk music industry, huh?
Let's talk music industry.
Let's
yeah.
talk Minneapolis music scene. Let's talk global music scene. You've experienced Los Angeles, London, California, New York.
Yeah.
What can you say? You say you don't care about failure, success. You don't care about streams. Your album is linked in the description of this episode.
Oh, cool. Which one?
All of them. All your
Right
links
on.
are in the description, so people are gonna find it. But you
Yeah.
don't really care. But you now tell me about Still Crusade. Tell me about the photography, the fashion.
Oh, cool. You want the full fit rundown?
Let's run the fit and let's talk the music scene.
Okay. This was sent to me by Teenage. It's like a shop in Japan.
That's sick. You been to
This
Japan?
Jacket. No, I've not.
Okay,
I want to
okay.
go though.
Yeah.
I want to go to like that side of the world, man.
Yes.
Japanese people like are very I love the Japanese culture. 'cause,
Yeah,
like, they're,
I do
like-
too.
They're like very respectful.
Yeah.
They're clean.
But you don't see that over here, man.
Yeah, I
Shit on
mean-
the sidewalk here.
I know it's crazy, and also they're very like in tune with family, and honor, right?
Yeah.
Which is very big.
The honor's
concept.
crazy. The fucking that's not the suicide, but no, Spock. The unaliving. But for me, it's
Senpoku.
my ADHD. Sorry, we're never supposed to see ourselves, right?
Yeah.
It's just supposed to be the river. You would see a reflection once in a while, and the samurai in the river is never the same.
Yeah,
It's always the same. Never the same river. you know,
exactly.
or the same person,
Right.
etc.
Maybe I
I
didn't
used to
follow
read
that last part.
You said what?
I didn't follow that last
Okay. A man standing in a river will never be standing in the same river,
part.
and
Okay.
you'll never be the same man.
Mm.
You know, the water flows. It's not the same.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got undercover in here, little Carhartt. Prada.
That was a great point.
That was a great
Anyways,
ADHD
Man, that was a really good
but-
point, though, yeah.
No, thank you.
But like Stilllcrusadedotcom, man, is actually about to hit its 30th anniversary.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, on the 3rd of April.
yeah.
Thank you very much. So like right now, think of it like as like a 3-year-old toddler who's just finally
Yeah.
starting to talk, say words and stuff like
basically what this is.
That's his website.
Basically,
yeah.
you know
we're
what I
in
mean?
that, about
Yeah.
that
So
one, yeah.
it's at that moment, and I basically what I was like really thinking about a lot this year, like the values of it. And I think the value for that is just to basically to keep culture alive, man. I think we're all like kind of getting away from culture, but we're kind of falling into these like niches and stuff like that, And I think the internet and social media plays a big role, Like
Yeah.
20 years ago, you could be in just, you know, a random city, right? Like, I could talk about my experience, you know, like coming up in Izmir. It was like a dominating culture there, right? But with me, I was so in tune. I had like 1,000 channels on my TV, and I could see anything from anywhere, and I had the internet and all this. So, and also like my mother had like Vogue magazines and all this like fashion shit, which is why like I have the style that I have, you know. So it's so if you don't really have those kind of like privileges, you'll fall into the dominating culture of where you're from, right? But the internet is great because, and social media is great because you can really find out these like niches that's going on. You know?
All over the world.
All over the
so
world.
Crazy.
And you can connect with people, right?
About the stuff.
But I mean, you connect with people, like you meet friends, but there's also kind of like, you know, a sharp end to the sword of that. It's like people kind of connect, but they don't really do anything to like keep the culture up, you know?
Mostly studying previous works, no new works.
Yeah, no new works, exactly.
Yeah.
And like anime is a good example of this, you know? Like it was such like an obscure subculture, right? But now it's like it influences
Global
fashion, it influences music, you know, and it even influences sex, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a way where like, what's that one film with like, you know, some girls getting like splashed out by an octopus or some shit? You guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not a hentai, it's an actual like
film,
anime film. I think it's called Wicked City or something like that, or Ghost in it.
Actually,
remember
Wicked City,
Wicked City.
You're, like the animated one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
One
know
that
what you're
Bobby
talking about.
Raps did.
Yeah. That shit is weird. That is a weird fucking film.
Yeah. See, and now you could go on Twitter X and you can see like, you know, very hot shorty like masturbating with a octopus leg. You know what I'm saying?
And that's beautiful.
Yeah, it is, and like that's like kind of where we're at though.
What a great country and time to live in.
It's a beautiful time to live in, man. Like
it's a crazy time, man. We're at the exponential point, man, where it's like, what is gonna happen? The
but-
robots and shit.
I mean, I'd rather live here than like, you know, live in the medieval times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need a plague. Well, we've had plagues, but I don't
Yeah.
need those plagues from
COVID was a
times.
plague, wasn't it? A million Americans dead.
Yeah, but like people didn't just like drop dead like they did.
No.
Well, with the COVID, it was a lot of
Or
them
get
were-
catapulted over, like used as like literally a weapon.
Exactly.
for real.
I would rather get COVID than get the fucking bubonic plague.
Yeah.
These guys were like, they're like shaking out their stomachs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
Whoa.
and then carted off, and then they were,
Trigger warning.
and then they would like take them and use them in catapults to throw over at their enemies, so that they would
Absolutely.
like
No, that's
spread
wild.
that. And
Yeah.
I'd love to talk about history. I do remember the point I was gonna make 30 minutes ago.
Oh,
were
here we
talking
go.
About white supremacy.
the straight change up.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
sorry about the change up, but
It's
it
okay.
was the point
Yeah.
about the whole point of the whole Elon thing, and we were talking about the politics in Germany. It's
Yeah.
white supremacy. Guess what? They want to send you all home because they're afraid that the white race will be a minority, even though there's only one race, the human race, right?
Yeah.
But they do want to keep that pure, and that's really at the bottom of a lot of this shit.
Yeah, it's insane, but we really are all like the same though. You know, we have like fucking emotions.
Yeah.
You know, we have ambition, we have, you know, motive. You know, we all can manipulate, we all can be good. You know, we're all really the same. You
I mean,
know?
we're all human.
we're all
Like,
we're all human.
I'm not afraid of like another culture, you know. Like there's people who fear other cultures, and that's at the root of that too. It's like-
I think largely because people don't like change. People
Yeah.
don't like their own like set of beliefs. Because I mean, it's exclusive to everyone in every culture, right? Like they don't want to lose what has grounded them.
because of their ancestors and everything. But
Yeah.
but to me, that goes to like we should all continue to be students and continue an open mind. They
Absolutely.
say
Absolutely,
the
for
most
sure.
intellectuals, they never will consider anything certain. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they're open to evolving. You know, so just wanted to touch that.
But I,
No,
I
appreciate
do
that.
see a phenomenon in the fear though.
Yeah,
You know,
fear is, I mean, crazy control.
fear is crazy, man. It's crazy shit. But like, people are just generally afraid of themselves, man. Really, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
you know.
You think about what afraid of, like what specifically about themselves, their whole being.
No, people just really like hate themselves.
Yeah.
So, and that's fear based to me.
And that was put in through maybe media, etc. That's why
Absolutely.
one hack, and we'll get to this portion of your life hacks for the audience.
Sure.
But one that I had picked up was just wake up, look in the mirror, I love you. 10 times.
100%.
Brush your teeth. Because for me, I was like waking up and people like, I gotta go to work, this, that.
Yeah. It's,
Dragging life
Yeah.
immediately upon waking up. Not
yeah.
great.
I used to do that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So it's like, what can you tell us, man? What life hacks can people use today? Philosophy.
Dog, I wake up, man. I make my bed. No, I wake up first and I thank God. Like, yo, thank you for waking me up
Immediately.
today. Thank you for being able to see. You know.
Yeah.
Could you imagine not being able to see anymore?
Yeah.
I could listen. I could hear some shit. You know. I could touch myself. Pause.
Pause.
like not like
Pause on
that.
that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You have nerve feelings.
Yeah.
You don't have like a disease that
Exactly.
you can't feel.
I'm in my body still.
You're not a vegetable.
Yeah, I'm in my body still. I could
You
see.
can move
I could
this
hear.
one, this one. Like,
Absolutely. I
And
could
touch
function
yourself.
my body
Yeah.
like imagine. When people get like a cancer, that's when they really want to start living their lives. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I wake up and I thank God immediately. Then I wake my bed, brush my teeth, wash my face, do my shit, go to the shower, and I look in the mirror, wipe off the fog, and I just always say like, yo, I'm that fucking guy, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. And I have an SMD list as well. Yeah, I have an SMD list, and I'm saying fuck all the haters, just kind of throwing dirt on my name or whatever, or trying to get me to act a certain way or
And
whatever.
you immediately.
I already
clear them.
blocked that out. It's
Yeah.
and I'll just say I don't care what anyone says, how people look at me. I'm that guy. I got too much aura anyway. They're just really in fear of the aura, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But little do they know, I share the aura, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I pass on the aura too.
Right.
You don't have
That's
to-
just on them to be on that frequency.
Yeah,
too.
just get on the
haters.
frequency. It's
Yeah.
fun. We're having fun over here.
God.
I'm a fun guy, no mushroom, you know? But that's my hack, man. Just really say thanks to the Most High, and then really hype yourself up, man. That's it.
It's amazing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
drink water too.
Yeah. No, that'll do it, man.
Yeah, drink
For real,
water.
for real.
And
No, I'm sure the audience will appreciate that.
go outside,
Yeah.
slide in that DM, work out,
Working out is good. And you've been bulking, or not?
I mean,
You've had journeys in the gym.
the only journey is just to get fit, man. Keep the muscles cut,
Yeah.
and stay fit, man. I want to look like, when I'm 60, I want to look like Tom Cruise still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I still want to look like this when I'm 60, you know? So that's just what it's all about, just being fucking fit, man, you know?
It just it gives you energy. It's
It
weird
gives-
because you spend energy, but then it gives it
Yeah,
back to you.
it gives energy.
exercise.
It gives energy. It puts you in a high frequency. You're really giving yourself pain in the gym. I love the pain. And it's a good challenge to have. And you have to be fit to maneuver in this industry. You have to be fit to maneuver in the industry, because if you're not fit, man, if you're just a big fucking slosh puppet in the industry, it's gonna fuck
Dave
with you.
Blunt's we're just trying to keep him alive at this point, man.
Man, Dave Blunt's, man.
You know.
Shout out to that guy.
Oh God.
Oh wait, yeah, I'm thinking about
Yeah, Dave Blunt. What about music wise and influences, like big names, man? You know me, I'm like
Yeah.
a 70s cat,
Yeah.
So what came out for you?
So, I hear you guys ask these artists that come on here, and you'll ask them about what kind of music was playing in the crib, in their yard or whatever. I think for me, of course I always had music playing, bro. I had music even playing when I was a baby. The only time I was a chill baby, but the only time I really cried was when I needed nourishment or my shit cleaned. But with the music on, it just kept me from crying. I love the music. It, of course, it was played at a low level.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of Turkish pop music. Saying Serdar Ortaç, Tarkan, Sibel Can, Sezen Aksu. Barış Manço, and then Bob Marley, fucking NWA, Public Enemy, Tupac, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, of course. Those are all the Kenny Rogers, Oasis, Bjork. That's all the shit.
Christ.
My fucking
That's a playlist.
yeah, it's a good playlist. It's all this stuff my oldest, my mother and old man would play, whatever. But the music that I found for myself, though, I think that's the best question. The music I found for myself was DMX, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? DMX is the GOAT. May God rest his soul for an eternity, right? But I just really gravitated towards his aggressiveness and his impulsivity, and the pain, and I could also tell that he was very a lonely kind of guy in his music too, which was something that was I really resonated at a young age. I didn't know what resignation was until I heard DMX,
Wow.
and I low key learned American English from DMX,
That's
So
fine.
all like this, all the 6 swear words and all of this stuff, man. I learned from him. So DMX was the guy for me, man.
You speak multiple languages.
I do, but like the main, Türkçe benim anam dilim, which means like Turkish is my first language, and then obviously I can like speak English and ik kan Deutsch spreken, when ik schrijven,
Damn. Okay.
So
How many languages
parlo
can you speak?
parlo Italiano.
Okay.
Un peu français.
You see him shifting through them in his head.
So that's me. Like I can speak a little French, but I just think it's overrated language. So
French was so hard, man. And I'm my first language was Spanish, and it was supposed to be easy French, but it was just not, man.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just a bad student.
So I go to French and I speak English, man.
In Paris.
So is that 4 languages?
It's
or-
4, but like the main one is Turkish and English, though.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
So, but yeah, DMX is the guy for me, man. And then obviously Ye too, Ye. But they don't inspire me though. I just obviously like these guys a lot.
Well, everybody heard music and then maybe did music later too.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's good though.
Yeah, I mean, I've been singing since I was a baby, man. Like for real, like I have like home footage of me sitting inside in the high chair.
Yeah.
Do you want to sing something right now?
Huh? I'm not gonna sing something. I mean, I could maybe do a rap later on if you want me to.
Right.
You know?
No beat, just air, just vibe.
Yeah, we could do that. But
Absolutely.
I would like sing like on the high chair, and like my gran and my granddad, like may God rest their soul for eternity. They were like my first audience. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know words. I'm just going, just doing stuff like that, just like dancing and shit, man.
Yeah.
Right.
And like I was a horrible student, like a fucking horrendous student, man.
Yeah.
I gave everyone hell, because I hated going there.
Problem child.
Problem child. I was a problem child, man. Which put me in front of like loads of psychiatrists coming up. Wow, that's another weird way to talk about that.
Yeah.
But the one thing I really excelled in was like the music class and like theater and art. And I had this one like theater teacher, Hakan. He really like hyped me up. He's like, "Yo, you're really good," and I always gave me the best roles and the best parts and stuff like that, which would make the other kids mad because like they would see me in the other courses and shit like that, and they're like, "This guy's a fucking troublemaker." They would complain to their parents and shit like that.
Why would you give him the role? They would question why you were
Yeah,
there.
they would question it because I was such a problem child. Like the kids would complain and cry, and they would snitch and like tell their parents and stuff like that, and they'll like complain. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, "Nah." But the teacher wouldn't back down. He would let me rock on, So I've been tapped in with music for like a very long time. But I never knew I wanted to do it until like I heard, like fucking Ye, I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I woke, I spent it on a necklace.
That blew your mind.
I told God I could back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless.
Yeah.
It is so hard not to act reckless,
Yeah.
As a problem child, especially.
Well,
man.
fucking problem. Yeah, I'm a problem child. It's fun to do the wrong thing, man. They used to call me Mr. Talk about the wrong stuff. That's what they used to call me.
Mr. Talk about the wrong stuff.
Yeah, Mr. Talk about
That's
the
quite
wrong
the name.
stuff.
That is quite the name.
Because it's like, you're wrong for that. Yeah, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? I used to think it was fun to do the wrong stuff, man. What's life if you're not dancing with danger, man? For real.
Oh God.
Dude,
the rebel spirit, man. Yo, what time are we rocking? Just wondering.
It's 5:23.
Ooh.
Is this like a 3-hour episode right now?
No, we're like an hour. Something.
Hour and a half, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else should we hit on, man? We covered a lot.
Yeah.
We've touched on a lot.
Yeah.
Music industry.
That was the last piece.
Yeah.
If you had any tidbits about that.
I mean, music industry right now, I just look at and see, and I've like played across the board everywhere, man. And I think everybody is like scrambling, bro.
That's what you were saying. Yeah.
Everybody is scrambling.
All the players in every scene.
All the players are scrambling. All like the labels are scrambling. They're trying to like make money off this shit, but you can't really make money no more.
Yeah.
And
You can't sell records.
you can't really sell records. Everything's streaming, of course.
Free.
And
It's like water now. Is what I learned in school, in music school. It's like it's water.
it's water, man. And the thing is like, do people even listen to albums anymore? They're just making playlists. What I mean, playlists are cool, but like Rap Caviar players is bullshit. Like we know Drake has a record out. We know Playboi Carti has a record out. Like
Exactly.
but throw in some like Young Bucks, man, and that's essentially what I want to use like Silk Crusade for. And I have this mix dropping on the 24th of this March, and I'm just really gonna like show things that I'm like digging, you know.
Yeah.
It's like really obscure artists, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
there needs to be more of that.
Stuff people have never heard.
Stuff people that never heard, you know, you introduce like a new sound, because I think a lot of people kind of want that. Right now you just have like nepo babies in the industry, and like people who really come from like very like privileged backgrounds making music, and I think with the working class it's like a disconnect there.
Yeah.
They're not really feeling it, you know. And again, it's all I know like a few people who worked at labels and who worked for like creative agencies, and they're just really looking at TikTok to find artists. Back in the day, and they would go to the local show, see a sick little local artist, and they would say, "Hey, let's have a talk after this. Let's see what we could do for your career." You know, it used to be that. Now it's not even that. You can make the most bullshit song on TikTok, but if you have the look, if you have the image, the persona,
And the numbers.
Yeah.
you get put on, you know. And also, you know, maneuvering in the industry is a weird thing. It's like loads of like snakes, it's loads of wolves, you know. The good saying really goes, in order to be a star in this industry, you have to be a monster. Or else, you know, you become the protein on the plate, you know. I came in the game with knowing that, and I was like, yo, I have to really be relentless, you know. I have to be the wolf. Because there isn't a gelato's chance in hell that I want to be the lamb chop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with that mindset, you know, you get into that ego. You know, I've been very wavy. I've been wavy off the ego juice for years, and it made me into a horrible person, man. Like I was like very selfish. I was lying a lot, being manipulative a lot.
Classic
you know,
music industry.
classic music industry shit. I'm doing all this
Unfortunately.
twisted shit, man. And then I'm like, and now I'm like at this point where it's like, damn, I got really. That's what the. I was fake as hell, man. You know, but I wasn't really like that at first. I was just really having fun on my own.
Yeah.
You know,
Being in it, you become.
but being in it, you become it, man. And then also, you have to really keep up a persona. You really have to keep up like an identity. And when it doesn't work anymore, you have to think of something new. Like, you know, Ye, I don't think Ye's a Nazi, man. He's just saying this shit because he's got nothing else left to do.
Right,
and he's really pissed off. Like, he's pissed off. I mean, I'm not excusing what it is. It's really, it's like really dangerous stuff, man. And it's
Yeah.
like really influencing like young minds. And now it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you really got young black kids out here like spitting like, you know, Mein Kampf rhetoric, man.
reciting it.
Yeah, it's insane. It's dangerous shit, man.
It is crazy. I mean, he's extremely influential.
Music is very influential. But like me personally, man, like I'm done. I'm letting this shit go. You know, like I don't want it no more. I mean, I'm still gonna make music. I'm still gonna release some stuff. But like for me to like really be successful, it's just not on my radar anymore, man. Like I'm free, man. I don't really
Which
need.
is success.
Which is success. I'm free right now, and like I'm in my strength. I'm like in my faith, and I'm biting in my motion. You know, you at the end of the day, you don't want to be a terrible person.
Yeah.
You know, because you know judgment will happen. Not I don't care about the judgment of others. Like I really couldn't give a toss of what someone thinks about me. You know, but like judgment from the Most High really is a real thing.
But that's you now. There was points where you really cared about what people thought
There was
about you.
points, oh, absolutely, and as much as I would deny it back then, that wasn't the truth. I cared so much. I used to get pissed off, and I would like release something, and it didn't really hit how I wanted to hit, you know. But now, man, I don't care. You know?
We talk about expectation, of course, the stoicism being the root of the suffering.
Absolutely.
You know? When you don't make your expectation, you suffer. So
Absolutely.
if you remove the expectation, you remove the suffering.
Absolutely, you know, and you could really be successful. You could get to the Most High, but there's always gonna imagine like. I couldn't really imagine having like 100,000 followers. 100,000 followers, like I don't know you cats, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what your motives
But
are.
they think they know you.
They think-
super
yeah,
intimately.
exactly.
Especially if
Yeah.
you're keeping up with my day in the life, my
Exactly.
story, my this and that.
Exactly.
My location.
Exactly. And some of those people, I mean, forgive me, I'm not judging anyone, but some of those, I'm not judging no one, but this is the reality. Some people are freaks, man. And they'll look up some shit about you, dig some things up about you, they'll become really obsessive and stuff like that.
It's crazy.
You know,
yeah.
you don't want that kind of stress, man. And then also when you get to a high point, like people you kind of grow up with or like you're close with, you know, they'll start resenting you because you're just so busy.
Yeah.
This music industry is busy. You have to like, if you have one viral hit record, you have to make it go viral again. And if you
Yeah.
don't get viral again, you're gonna get dropped. You know what I'm saying?
For real. No, it's a crazy. Dog eat dog world.
It's
man.
a dog eat dog world, and like I don't want sounds very cynical, but it's not. Like take my bad words as a good thing, and I don't want to discourage anyone who wants to pursue music. Like keep going, you know. I'm still releasing stuff, but like I'm not even an artist. I'm just fucking here. I'm just a person, you know. I don't really. I'm just here to have fun, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, that's why we love having you here, man, and to be
Thank
able
you.
to get into your mind. You're an interesting fucking person. Love the way you talk.
Thank you.
Love the way you think.
Thank you.
It's been, I know the audience definitely has been enjoying this.
Man, I'm so smart. I know that I'm dumb, man. That's like my philosophy, man.
There
you
it
know
is,
what I'm saying?
man.
So,
Yeah, some people think they know everything, and they think But like we said, being open to learning and everything.
Yeah.
man.
You have- you
You
have
really
to
don't
be
know
open.
anything.
you have to be open to learning, man. And you have to be open to learning, and you also have to be very open with following your natural instincts, And you really have, like, the mind is cool, right? The mind is a tool, but what's most important is, like, you have to really have an open heart. You know what I'm saying? The heart is your MVP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you have an open heart, man, and life is more simpler, you know?
Yeah. Love. You move with love and everything.
You gotta move with love, and like not like the love and like how we like mimic love what we see from other people. Like really move with like a love that's like, with like a love power that's like higher than yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Unconditional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, fucking love it, man.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I feel like that could be a good place. Let's show these
mean-
posters, huh?
I mean, I could say one more thing.
Please.
I really want to
Yeah.
say one more thing about that.
It's crazy.
Like, you know, a lot of people, they'll live their lives through art. They'll live their lives through sports. They will live their lives through their families. They will live their lives through politics. They will live their lives through gossip. They will live their lives through, justice, truth, lies, you know. But me, I say fuck all that. Like, for real, like, bun it, like, put it in the bin, you know. What you really have to do is live for beauty and live for phenomenons. And me, I live for the beauty and I live for phenomenons. And I love those two concepts so much that I'll even like die for it. You know what I mean? Because when you live for the beauty, when you live for phenomenons, you have an open heart. And life is better and you won't judge anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know, that's how you are able to like give someone a second chance. Kind of, you see how I did that?
Right,
Circle
right.
back to what he
Full
said.
circle. Yeah.
You know, that's how you give a person a second chance. That's how you have real redemption. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's powerful. I think that's a good message to kind of just like put out there and let people absorb that a little bit. Cause
I'm still absorbing. I'm thinking about
yeah.
dude. So much to think about.
Yeah, I think we, in general, just like covered so many very important things.
Yeah.
and
No, this has been crazy, man. Stilllcrusade.com.
Stilllcrusadedotcom, yeah. So we have the
Yeet.
winter 2025 mix dropping soon.
Did you do
Actually-
this photo shoot?
I took that photograph right there.
What the
Nice.
fuck is going on here?
Yeah, that's for the.
What is this?
That's a baby.
How did you do that?
That's a mask,
This is
man.
a mask,
It's a
yeah.
beautiful mask.
And it's a fish guy right there. That's
Is there like blood on this? Like,
Look at this fucking too.
no blood. No.
That's a fish?
Yeah, that's a fish.
That's insane, dude.
You can't really see that, but they're like.
Where do you get masks like these?
Those belong to Jake. So that
Okay, shout out Jake.
Yeah, shout out to Jake, man. So that's Jake and Tony there, and they're drinking like fucking Miller Lights, 40 ounce. Where this
Yeah.
is like taken in
Well,
Malibu.
that's like a Hennessy bottle then.
yeah.
No, it's actually a Miller Light bottle.
Is it?
Yeah, and we took this at Malibu, in
Malibu
front of
over
the
here.
fucking beach. You know.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was
Holy
a
shit.
good ass.
That was during the 5 years of...
That was in 2023.
Okay, you were in LA.
I was in Los Angeles,
Malibu and
city of angels, which is a kind of an underrated city. I ain't gonna lie.
Malibu or...
No,
LA?
Los Angeles is very
Underrated?
Underrated.
You love it.
It's cool, man. I like it. I mean, for me in America, I love New York the best, but
Yeah.
LA is fun.
But it's dope that you're everywhere with that shit.
New York is always kind of like the city that I gravitate towards, and I love New York with my whole heart. I've had a love-hate relationship with LA, and I will say I was in LA this last fall, and it's not the same to me.
Were you there during the fires?
No, I was there
Right before,
for
right?
yeah, I was right before. I was like Flogna and shit. And,
Oh
Camp
shit!
Flogna.
and it's funny because I'd spent like a series of years going there like back to back to back, same time, like November time.
Me too. I've been with you.
Yeah, and we would like go, and like I enjoyed the last few times, but just this last time I was just like
Because you didn't bring the squad, man.
well, I think it was a lot of things. I think it was like the city had changed. I felt like, and it didn't have the same energy like I once felt inspired by it, and what like kind of brought me and gravitated me there. And like I just remember like walking around, and I was just like I was depressed. I was like, this isn't me anymore.
Yeah.
And
Not LA.
I'm not LA. Yeah.
See, the thing about LA is so crazy because like they have all these like wellness things there, all these like juice spots and shit like that.
Yeah.
But people are just really kind of depressed there. I think it's just because it's too much sun, man. It's turning everyone's like brain into scrambled egg, man.
It's easy to just like
Honestly, I
be
think
faded there.
I think more than anything, I felt the kind of distaste towards how, like obviously, like a city's going to be very cluttered. It's going to be very chaotic. There's going to be lots of different people, moving parts.
Yeah.
But I think I was just walking around, and I just felt like there's such a disconnect from reality here. That I feel like a place like New York that's completely different. Because
Absolutely.
I think in New York, like all these people are living all their lives very close together and in
Right.
conjunction.
Yeah.
And they're okay with, you know, whatever's happening all around them. Where in LA, it's a little different. Like
Yeah.
there's that posh nature to a lot of different people where they're very hesitant towards like helping out people or even just like interacting with people in a lot of
Absolutely.
senses.
Fried.
Yeah, I love it in New York how I could go to like Balthazar and there'll be like a fucking trash pit like right
Yeah.
outside of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like New York is so sick though, but like also, I mean, the bad part is about it though. It's just like everybody wants to go there, and now it's just like suddenly become like a VIP green room.
The
You know
whole
what I
thing.
mean?
Yeah,
The whole thing.
and I feel like that's kind of the same with LA too. It's like it's very much there's this VIP vibe that
Yeah.
is being cultivated, and
Well, the status thing.
the elitism of it all is unfortunate because it takes away from. I mean, New York to me has always been like this city where every time I've gone there, I've left and I've been like creatively just like invigorated. Like it's obviously there's hustle and bustle. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot that you kind of get overwhelmed with.
Yeah.
But there's so much respect because you know that good old saying like if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
You can.
And that's so true because
Yeah.
it's like to be able to exist there and accept kind of like what the nature of the city is.
Yeah.
And put your energy in there, and hopefully it can either eat you up and spit you out, or you can.
It's kind of a bubble, though.
Yeah, New York City will really kick your ass, but it would also take care of you.
Yeah.
You know
At
what
the
I'm
same
saying?
time.
At the same time, yeah. But like that's a home to me. Like for real, that's a home to me. And
Yeah, same.
and I just love like the hustle and bustle of it is cool, and
It's a lot of energy in one place.
It's a lot of energy in one place, man. It's also very inspiring, and like you know, if you really look hard enough, you can find like the obscure things about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can find like so many obscurities there.
Yeah. I mean, someone to me, what I heard someone recently say, it's like a bubble, though. Kind of like it could be
Absolutely.
any place is a bubble. Actually,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
it's hard to see beyond the place.
And like a day could feel like 3 days. Like, you know, you could be downtown and like wearing something very fly. Like what I like to do, I like to go down there. And I also like to hang out in the projects, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
no,
like
it's exciting. I want to get out there.
Yeah.
For sure soon. Dude, shout out New York, man. Shout out LA.
shout out to the entire fucking world.
Shout out the
man.
world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Stilllcrusadedotcom.
Stilllcrusadedotcom, man. This shit's forever.
Almost
spicy. Thank you for having me.
Dude,
Absolutely.
Yeats, man.
always
What a
good.
pleasure, dude. This has been crazy. We'll have to
Yes.
do a part 2, brother.
We'll have to do a fucking part 2, man. Cheers for having me, man.
Thank you.
Bless up.
Yeah, bless up, man.
much.
Yeah.
Gang, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Another one in the books.
Almost Spicy Podcast here with Yeet, man. Check out the music, man.
Yeah, check
Thanks
it
for the
out.
Goodies.
Absolutely. You guys
Show up.
enjoy that. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
huge.
yeah.
I fuck with this.
Yeah. Steel Crusade Winter Mix coming out next week. Photo book coming out next week. And
By the time this is out, will be 5 months
Oh shit! Okay,
No.
it's all coming out. Music's
already out.
Music's coming out.
It's
It
coming
might
out,
not
yeah.
come out. Nah, it's
not
always
yet.
coming out because we're always outside, man. And I love everyone. And yeah, if I was a prick to you, I'm sorry.
That's a beautiful apology right there.
That's a really
Cherish
That's
that.
a very heartfelt
That's from the
apology. Like,
heart,
I'm really
man.
fucking sorry, but
That's an hour and a half in to get to that. Yeah. Sorry.
This was actually a therapy session.
Isn't it always? Man. Almost Spicy Podcast, man.
All right, thank you all.
Peace out.
Hoş da kal.
Cheers.